Hey, what's going on guys? Sinister Skater here, and I'm excited to bring back a series that I started back in Black Ops 2, and I haven't done it ever since then, and that is Armory Analysis. This is where I'm going to go in and analyze the arsenal within Black Ops 3, give you guys some stats, some data, some cool charts, and all of that good stuff. And for the very first episode, we're going to be talking about the specialists' charge rates, how fast these specialist weapons and abilities charge up, as well as how the Overclock perk affects that and how much it lets you earn your specialist ability faster. Also, if you stick around to the end, I'll be sharing what I have planned for the next Armory analysis and asking you guys what you'd like to see. So if you have something in particular that you'd like to see analyzed, make sure you stick around to the end of the video and let me know down below in the comments. So, before we begin, if you do like this video, be sure to show that by leaving a like on the video. I'm really asking on this series in particular because the series just takes a lot of time, all together, and this video in particular took really long. I mean, just testing these specialist times and recording the charge times for all 18 specialist weapons and abilities took about 3.5 hours, and that doesn't include all the data analyzation and chart making, all that. So if you do like, please hit that like button on that video, and with that, let's dive in to the specialist charge rates and overclock. Okay, so let's start off by talking about specialist charge rates. Each individual specialist weapon and ability has a unique charge rate assigned to it. All are different, they're not uniform. It's not like all weapons will charge at this particular rate and all abilities will charge at this particular rate. They're all different. So to test this, I let each of the weapons and abilities charge completely and recorded the time it took to do so. Note that these charge times are done in a standard team deathmatch game mode. The rates actually do vary from game mode to game mode, and we'll come back to that later on in the video. So these are just solely the charge times. There's no kills or anything like objective capping that affect the charge times, just the straight up charge time. So that's that. I'm not going to read off every charge time there is, but as you can see, there's a lot of variation overall. An interesting thing that I've noticed is people who use the Ripper just by playing it, they use it a lot and they get it a lot. And as you can see, the cooldown for the Ripper is actually 1 minute and 43 seconds, which is pretty darn fast. So again, those are all the charge rates, just raw, no overclock, no nothing. It's just how long it takes for the specialist to charge from 0% all the way up to 100%. So now that we know the charge times, we can discuss what the overclock perk does. The Overclock perk allows you to earn your specialist weapon or specialist ability faster. So, put Overclock on, and here are all the charge times that I've recorded with the Overclock perk active. Overall, Overclock gives about a 26 to 27% decrease in the charge time. The percents varied from specialist to specialist only by 1% or 2 though. You can see the exact percentages and the little decimals and points if you're into all that stuff listed on the screen right now. But overall, it decreases the time by 26 to 27%. You can say 25, round it off if you want to do something like that. But that's what it does. Is it worth it? It depends on how much your specialist matters to you. Specialists that have huge times like the Annihilator, going from 5 minutes to 3 minutes and 40 seconds with Overclock is pretty significant. You're going to be getting your Annihilator a lot faster than if you didn't have Overclock on. Some things like combat focus, combat focus allows you to get your score streaks faster. It gives you a multiplier to all your XP when you have it active. If you're going to be using overclocking and getting combat focus more, it lets you get more kill streaks and get more kills overall, so that could be a good setup. It just depends on what you're looking for. Do keep in mind though, this is solely charge rate time, so this isn't including the kill boost you get or the objective point boost you get, so the times decrease even further if you're actually playing the game. This is just, letting the time charge up by itself, just sitting in the game. So before we talk about how kills affect your whole specialist charge time and overclock and all that, as I mentioned earlier, this was all done in team deathmatch. Times do vary from game mode to game mode, so team deathmatch is all about killing. It makes more sense that you get a faster charge time in team deathmatch compared to objective modes where the specialist charge time is actually increased. I haven't done the data on every single game mode, but for example, I use the gravity spikes in a hardpoint, and after the 5-minute timer was done, the specialist ability or specialist weapon only charged about 60% of the way. So gravity spikes in team deathmatch raw charged 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Gravity spikes in hardpoint raw after 5 minutes was only 60% of the way done. So In objective modes, it takes significantly longer, so you got to keep that in mind. Finally, let's talk about how kills affect the specialist. I've only tested killing on 4 of the weapons and abilities. I'm not going to go through them all. It pretty much is the same outcome overall. A kill without overdrive would charge what you see on the screen right now. If you look at Vision Pulse, the total charge time is about 4 minutes. A kill without overdrive would decrease the cooldown by about 17%, which means you're shaving about 40 seconds off of your 4-minute specialist timer. As you can see, the rest of the numbers are all there for you. I'm not going to talk about them specifically, but that's what happens when you get a kill without Overclock. When you put Overclock on, the cooldown for Vision Pulse becomes 24%, so with each kill you're shaving off about 58 seconds of your whole specialist charge time. Again, the data is all listed here. It's pretty inconsistent. There's no real correlation between all these specialists overall. There's not a specific percent that Overclock decreases the charge rate per specialist, but it does do something. So overall, Overdrive does let you earn the specialist much faster per kill and per objective completion, letting you earn your whole specialist ability faster. So that's that. Overclock is a pretty good perk. If you like using specialists, I'd definitely give it a try if you haven't already. What I have planned for the rest of the Armory analysis, I have planned to look at the lethal and tactical grenades next. We're going to talk about what they do, the blast radiuses they have, the duration, and much, much more. Also, since we're talking charge rates in this video, we could be looking at the Afterburners perk in the future too, and see exactly how much faster you get your thrust jump back. So let me know if you'd like to see that, and let me know what else you'd be interested in seeing analyzed within Black Ops 3. I only have a few right now planned, but keep it along the lines of things like attachments, knife speeds, blah blah, just things that are analyzed. I'm not going to be doing like weapon stats and all that, but if you have something you'd like to see me analyze somewhere along the lines like this video, leave it down below in the comments. I'll be sure to look at it and be sure to see if I can do so. So with that, guys, again, if you like the video, be sure to leave a like, because I'm estimating probably going to be 6 hours put into this video before I press the render button, trying to get all this data up. So if you did like this, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and for future Black Ops 3 content, including more Armory analysis. And with that, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Sinister Skater, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.